and Hocevar at the front of the field, and they will find the green flag when they get there.
Here they come, up off turn number 7 on a beautiful cloudless day. A couple of puffy clouds, I should say, hanging overhead. They make their way towards the Geico restart zone. To driver's right is Chris Buescher. Green flag is in the air. Outside lane, Ross Chastain gives a huge push to Carson Hocevar. Here's Shane Van Gisbergen. He'll break out a line. He's thinking to the inside of Buescher as they funnel into the corner.
Van Gisbergen looking 3 wide as they come off turn number 1. He's got the whole shot. Shane Van Gisbergen underneath Hocevar, underneath Chris Buescher. SVG to the lead as they hit turn number 3. He'll try and pull away as they hit the top of the hill. He and Buescher get away by 3 car lengths.
It is Shane Van Gisbergen off of turn number 4 and up the back straightaway is able to break away by a couple of car lengths from or make that Chris Buescher in the second spot. Buescher staying right with him under braking into the inner loop. Everybody so far so good through safely with chasing Shane Van Gisbergen, the race leader, off of turn number 5.
He'll go wide off of turn number 5. Chris Buescher will stay right there with him. Matter of fact, he looks to driver's left just temporarily. Nothing there. About 2 car length separation between the front 2. Side by side for the 3rd spot. Ross Chastain to driver's right of Carson Hocevar as they come together here, headed toward turn number 7.
Well, that's a good battle for 3rd between Chastain and Hocevar. White flag is in the air here at the Glen out front from Auckland, New Zealand. It is Shane Van Gisbergen trying to close it out. Chris Buescher right behind the final time back to turn 1.
Buescher is within striking distance if he can make up a couple, maybe 3 car lengths here on the final lap. The battle is further back. The battle for 3rd. Here comes Carson Hocevar. He drives underneath Ross Chastain to regain the number 3 spot. Chastain right there on his back bumper. Then Michael McDowell. Right behind him comes Zane Smith. Then Chase Briscoe. It's a 2-man race to the lead.
Great racing from 3rd on back, but well behind the race leaders. Shane Van Gisbergen into the bus stop for the final time. Here comes Chris Buescher, challenging inside, challenging outside. Bit of contact. Buescher is there to the inside. To the pass in turn number 5. Chris Buescher goes to the front of the field.
Does Shane Van Gisbergen have anything left to try to make the move on Chris Buescher? Both of them come off of turn number 5 for the final time into turn number 6. Here goes SVG. Nothing there this time to the middle of the corner. Chris Buescher with the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen sideways. He looks to the inside in 7.
One last-ditch effort. Van Gisbergen overdrives turn 7. Chris Buescher by 10 car lengths. Checkered flag in the air, and Chris Buescher wins the Go Bowling at the Glen. Shane Van Gisbergen will finish in the 2nd position. Carson Hocevar will be 3rd. Ross Chastain will be 4th, and Zane Smith with a top 5 finish. Let's go to Chris Wilner.
It is pandemonium in the RFK pit for Chris Buescher. Crew chief Scott Graves screaming his lungs out with the entire crew. Scott, I know this is not a trip in the playoffs, but what does this mean? The way your driver just went toe-to-toe with SVG and took this win.
What playoffs, right? All I saw were a bunch of guys wrecking that were in the playoffs. So, man, we did what we had to do. Really proud of Chris. What he did there, that was awesome. We knew we had a really good car, just didn't qualify as well we needed to, and man, he drove it like an animal. That was awesome. Just so proud of this team, and I knew we were going to win this year. I'm really sorry we didn't do it, obviously, earlier in the season, but we got the win. Wanted to win at a road course so long. This is just awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Scott Graves winning crew chief. Chris Buescher finally a winner here in 2024.
And this crowd is going absolutely crazy all the way around this racetrack. Buy a ticket, be here next year at the Glen. Chris Buescher is celebrating his win here this afternoon. From fueling your favorite NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump, Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do.